You think there's any other reptiles that would benefit from having clothing?
I'd say the chameleon. I mean, it changes color into its background. The only problem is, if you go to change color, they're like, oh, there's a blue sweatshirt just kind of hanging out in the rainforest.
Well, no, because like he wouldn't match the background; he'd match the sweater. So like, if he put a blue sweater on, he'd be blue. So it really depends like what he's feeling that day.
Oh, you're gonna go to a disco party.
Yeah.
Here, have this sweater.
Exactly. So it's like pretty much what they step on is what determines the color of the chameleon.
I always wondered how that worked.
What about a Komodo dragon? You could probably use like, because they're big enough that you could probably use like dog sweater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try a dog
So you
sweater.
could go get like a cat hoodie and put that onto a Komodo dragon.
If you get close enough without dying.
You lose a hand, but you would have been the first person to put a hoodie onto a Komodo dragon.
You do know they're the most like poisonous reptile on the planet, right?
So you might die, but you'd be the first person to put a hoodie on
You die with honor.
Yeah, exactly. What's more honorable than that?
Than that?
Exactly. All right, fucking hear me. I'm pretty sure I'm out of this thing. Thank you. We should probably get moving on this thing. Action. Action. Johnny, what do you look for in a cooler?
Alcohol.
You look for alcohol in a cooler? Like not that it needs to be well insulated or...
No, beer's beer.
It needs just to have beer, okay. It's really important to know precisely what you're looking for in a cooler because there's so many different varieties out there. You've got plastic body one, you got the soft coolers, you've got the styrofoam ones,
Yep.
You've got metal bodied ones.
Combination, this is more combination hybrid.
Yeah, does it have a drain in it? This one's got a drain. Does it have bottle openers?
Handles.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Some of them have cup holders on them.
Handles are essential. Yeah. So in our case, we decided to get a cooler that's attached to a go-kart.
Yeah,
because
why not?
We needed to go places.
Exactly.
I mean,
2 for
we
1.
might have to go to the grocery store and
or a liquor store.
Better way than a liquor store and a liquor store. What better way to bring back your possessions than to bring them back cold? Your new purchases.
Exactly.
They have to be cold. So in our case, we want to do it in style, which is off to an okay start.
Race cooler.
Yeah, exactly. So, what you guys saw in the opening episode is the bright red plastic cooler that I had on here, and that worked pretty good for the first go of it. You know, we took that to Power Cruise.
Yep, but he's a little heavy in the midsection, and it started to sink in the middle.
My spare tire was making it sag. And so it was necessary to get a metal bodied cooler.
Exactly.
And then re-engineer everything else too.
Yeah.
So
somebody...
It's off to a good start, but
there.
I think it needs a little finessing. Some of the
needs a little
cuts with the plasma cutter were a little bit wobbly. There's probably some beer consumption going on when they did this.
A couple, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked really good for us for the, at Power Cruise and at our first race.
Yeah,
I mean,
it definitely acts as a race cooler. It just needs some finishing touches.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to re-engineer a couple things on it. Steering system's going to get changed up. We're going to do some pretty things to it. We're going to have some fun with the actual cooler itself and the rear end of it. Make the Brembo fit better on it, because that was kind of half-assed. But
what are you going to be doing for power on this bad boy?
We have a 6.5 horse Predator motor that's going to go on it. So it's really the run-of-the-mill Harbor Freight, dirt cheap little motor. Everybody uses them on building, drift trikes and
drift coolers mainly,
and drift coolers. So yeah, we're gonna stick with what works. Not gonna spend more time than we have to on this build.
Too many projects.
Yeah. So all right, guys, we're gonna get into it. So hang in there.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned. Do the thing. Stay seated. Be in the same place that you're in now in 5 minutes when we're doing things to this cooler.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You can like hold on. So I got a thought. We should point. What was it? Just kick it, just drop kick it.
Well.
All right, so probably wondering why we're cutting off a steering system that works already. Yeah, and it's not too bad. I mean, like what we're working with from the beginning, we've got some pretty good adjustment with everything. It's kind of neat. Like you can actually do camber, caster.
Toe, can't you?
Yep, or rather, yeah, toe. We can do toe and camber. We can't actually do caster adjustment. But the actual steering shaft is bearingless. There's no bearing or anything in here for, so it's just like steel rubbing against steel. Our pitman arm is just this crappy flat chunk here, and it's just not very good. It's there's room for improvement with it, so we're gonna do a completely different support. It's gonna have a different shaft that's gonna allow for a bronze bushing inside of it, and make it a little bit more serviceable so you can actually disassemble the thing. So in order to remove it, we have to cut it all off because it's all kind of welded together, so you can't actually get any of it out of it.
You can't service any of it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get into that. We've cut off the other legs. We've got one leg left to cut off. So do that, and yeah. There it is. So yeah, it's not too bad, but you can see that
It's a welded bolt.
there's a welded bolt as like a stay pin or something.
Yeah.
The steering arm is all twisted up. It's literally just steel rubbed against steel. You can see where there's paint that's rubbed off. So it's a lot of little things that need to get cleaned up and all of that. Yeah, so. Nice. I should cut this off too, I suppose. Yeah, because this won't be there anymore.
Safety glasses.
Safety glasses. Sweet.
In addition to chopping off the steering system, the original caliper bracket is due for removal, as it is no longer needed for the Brembo caliper to be fitted.
Whack it off.
Smoothing the frame eliminates the remnants of the old steering support and exposes the raw steel for welding later on. The final steps for preparing the frame are to smooth rough edges and remove existing paint finishes in areas we plan to weld. The frame is almost ready for some major fabrication.
So you like the whole walking in and setting the motor down thing?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, will that fit my Honda?
Yes. Bigger than your Honda.